got family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Stiff on, spin move, is on scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, is on scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this loose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to run again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
18 on the play.
And a key number on that play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Carrier. Patrick Queen.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
25-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Tyler Boyd.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Bengals.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd, finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons, with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
There on the stop.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A gain of 7.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Bengals.
First down. Here's Burrow. Past the 20. And he rifles one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you, you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7.
Randy Bullock to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's now 2nd
line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Ross on the return. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
5-yard line.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
3-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Forced out to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Thrown to the sideline, and
so on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a man in his second season in purple and black, it's Mark Ingram. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
4-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now here's Ross. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here. Joe Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's got Green, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Bengals first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Finding Green complete. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
On the play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. On the screen, Bernard. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Giovanni Bernard. Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To the air again, Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 29-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
With it is Brown. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
This time Jackson will throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And there's Geno Atkins applying the pressure again from his defensive tackle position. I know a lot of people talked about the down year he had in 2019 with only 4.5 sacks. That was his lowest sack total since 2014. But the respect he gets around the league, he hasn't missed a Pro Bowl in his last 6 seasons. Remember, he gets doubled and tripled on almost every snap.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a play fake here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This one hauled in by Sample. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
49-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
3-yard line.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
10.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey up.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Ball carrier.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Taken down at the 22.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down now. Mixon, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Complete.
Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Lining up for the
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
That's good.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
36-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike, Ozzy, get up.
Now a handoff to Ingram. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete.
Jackson's
now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
3rd and 1.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Kill, kill, kill. What that is? That's up. Hey, middle. That's 22, that's 22. Come to my work. We want it. Come on. Watch twits. Watch twits.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
25, check 25, check 25. Hold on. Get up. You at.
Jackson to throw. He's got it at the 15. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
At the 14-yard
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.